Well, good evening, everybody, and this is a pop-up Friday night bait lab, and that's because that I had to tie up a couple of 360s to the spin fish. So I figured why I was going to go ahead and tie those up, I might as well go ahead and do a bait lab while I'm doing it. So listen, at first, I'm not going to answer a bunch of questions. I just want to go through this quickly so that people can go back and reference it on Godsend Adventure. Okay, so here we go. So this is called a bumper. Okay, and this bumper right here is the non-money end. Okay, and this ties on to your main line for your braid for the pole that you're running. Okay, now there's a swivel that's just down on the last eyelet before this bead. Okay, and then there's a crimp that holds your line to all this. This is for your weight. Okay, so just for example, I'm going to just go ahead and put a weight on here. Okay, so I hook my weight on like this. I clip that off, and then I'm going to run mine, especially for the spin fish. I'm going to run mine just like this. Okay, now of course I'm going to put some scent on that, but we'll get to those secrets in a minute. So now we're going to go down this 24-inch bumper, and here at Godsend, we put a bead on the end of it right here. And what that's for is if you get a bunch of grass on there, you just shove it up and clean it off. Okay, so this starts the money end. So you're going to have a swivel, and then you're going to have another snap line here. Okay, and this is going to go to your 360. And I'm going to take that 360 out right now and show you how to hook that 360 up. Okay, so this is a short bus. This is their newest one. It's been a great flasher this year. And we're going to set up the same Mexi hat spinfish behind it. So that's just the first one. I'll probably just do that one and then get off the live. Okay. So you open up your short bus. Okay. And it's going to come out just like this. Okay. It doesn't have any swivels on it or anything. So what you're going to do is you're going to get into this little box and grab out this bag right here. And you're going to open it up. And you are going to hook this like so, like so, to your 360. And try not touching it. And you always want to clean these up with lemon joy soap. Okay, so now I'm going to take this other end that I showed you guys that doesn't have the swivel on it and hook it to my 360. Okay, so now with this setup right here, let me clip this on. Oh, you got to do your back swivel as well. Okay, so this is the 360 comes with two sets of swivels. So now I'm going to hook this to the back end, which the back end has these fins on it. Okay, and that's what makes it do the full 360. It's not the kick up on it, then it would just flutter. But these make it do the full 360. All right, so now I'm going to hook this to here without scratching it up because that one happens to be hand painted. So, okay, so then this guy is hooked up, and now we're getting to the money end, you guys. So once again, you've got your bumper, and I like a 24-inch bumper for a spin fish. Okay, then here, let me go to this right here. Okay, all right. Hopefully I'm live. All right, so you've got your weight set up with your swivel to tie to your main line. Your bumper's going to then come. You're going to go to your bumper. You are now going to hook on your bumper line to your swivel that's on your 360. Now you're going to come down to this 360 right here, and we're ready to hook up the spin fish. Now, spinfish, according to the owner, the man that created them, he says he's always had more luck with coming out the left side of the spinfish. So I'll just in case I forget that, I want you guys to know that. So then I take 50-pound test line, okay, and I put it in my armpit and I hold it out to here, and I'm going to cut it right there, okay, because I'm going to need that length. I'm going to need that length to tie my two stinger hooks on. Okay, so for these particular setups, I'm going to use an owner octopus hook, and it's a number 4. It's an owner octopus hook number 4. Okay, then I'm simply going to push my first line up through the eyelet. I'm going to push it up through the eyelet. I'm going to pull some line back, okay, and I'm going to lay that down on the shaft, okay? Now I'm going to wrap this 9 times. 1, and I want to do it tightly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to grab a hold of that line there and pinch it with these 2 fingers. I am going to come back up through the eyelet. And this is just a simple snell knot, you guys. So then I'm going to pull that tight. I'm going to grab my next owner octopus hook, and I'm going to come in through the top this time, okay, instead of the bottom, because I want it to lay on the line like so. Now, there's been many debate about how far to put these apart. I've had the best luck when I put my thumb in there, pull it up tight, and then just do the exact same knot that I just told you guys before. Lay your line down on there and wrap it 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And I'm definitely going to come back up through the top on this one because I want this hook to lay flat. Okay? Now, I'm going to show you a trick that a lot of people miss with these, and this is a very important trick. So I take something, anything that you got in the boat with you if you're having to retie this, and I pull these 2 tight. Now, see, I'm right at that finger length. That was a little bit tight, but now I'm right at that thumb length in between my 2 hooks. All right, so now I'm going to go to my beads. And the 8mm bead has been what's the best for the spinfish. You can run larger or smaller, but it just seems to work the best. Okay, so since I'm setting up a Mexi hat, I'm going to go with a UV green. Okay, and these are number 8mm. They're real tiny and they're a real pain in the butt. Okay, and I'm going to put 3 of these on here. Okay. Two. And number 3. Okay, so there's what that looks like. So now I'm going to go in and take this tag line and I'm going to bring it up to the back of the hook. I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut that right at the bend. And it's going to lay flat on that line. So now we have this setup right here, you guys. Okay, with 3 beads, 2 hooks, okay, which is your stinger hook and your main. Okay, now I'm going to run the spinfish. And the spinfish has a hole in the back of it. And you simply run the line up it. And it's going to come out right on the back of the hole again, too. Dropped it. It's going to come right out the back of the hole of the spinfish, okay? So, and I'm just doing this quickly so that you guys have this information so you can go back to it on Godsend Adventures, okay? So now I'm going to come up. So it comes through this way. Now I'm going to come up, and according to the owner of Yakima Baits, his favorite way to set it up is on the left-hand side. And I agree with him. It's worked very well. Okay, so now I'm going to come up through the left-hand side, okay, and I'm going to pull this line through. Okay, and then the way that I measured it from before, okay, I am perfect distance to where I like my spinfish to run. All right, I like my spinfish all in one direct line, okay, and there's a reason why, because that lead ball is going to have scent on it. And this 360 on that 24-inch bumper is not going to go fast. It's going to go 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. And you should see your pole doing that. Okay? Your pole should be going 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. And that setup for the spinfish is just deadly. Okay, so let me tie this spinfish on because I don't like putting another swivel on a swivel. So I just tie mine off. And these are a smooth snap ring on the back, right? So it gives this swivel the best chance to work without having, because the spinfish is going to spin a lot, you guys. So then I take it and I just tie a simple fisherman's knot in it. Now, after you get struck or you catch a fish, you need to check your tag lines, okay? And if you missed that fish, it's probably most likely that you need to retie this and cut off the extra twisted line that's going to be on here because it usually puts you right into the strike zone when you do it that way. That's the first secret that you guys just got. Okay. So because that I am older, just push this loop up so that I can see it well. Okay. Then I run this back through here. Now, this is my tag line coming through. Okay. So I'm going to leave some tag line on there. Now, this is going to pull down a little bit, but I'm going to wet this down. It's very important. Okay. I'm going to hold on to both ends of the line and I'm going to pull it tight. Okay. Now, you see that tag line, how much I still have? I still have quite a bit of tag line on there. And every time that you catch a salmon, if you have enough tag line, when he pulls on it, he's having to pull this out too. So there you go. Here is a Spinfish 360 trolling setup. Okay, so now I can slow down a little bit. I don't see why I'm not getting any comments. Show, here we go. Ah, there's Hinkley Dakota. What's up, man? Okay, so now, guys, you're about 12 minutes into the video. You can now go slowly through it. Scent is really pretty basic. These are made to run a scent. So my first suggestion is that when you first start with this scent in the morning, I would take your StarKist tuna, okay, and I would simply run the vegetable oil one first and see if they're biting on just good evening. See if they're biting just on the tuna, okay? Because we know that we've got the right distance between the spinfish, and if we get short struck, then we're going to come back. We're going to cut this off and retie it. Just get rid of the crinkle lines, and you will start getting into the strike zone. This tuna is in a vegetable oil, and maybe they're just flat on the tuna that day. So before you start adding your scents, bring 2 extra bags with you, little sandwich bags. Put them all 3 together. Start off with the basic tuna. Second off is if you're going to be trolling further up into your tidewater areas, I'm going to give you a big secret. This is what they're looking for. Okay, they're starting to not have the salt that they're used to. If you put a little bit of the ice cream rock salt in your tuna first, you have a very good chance of catching some more fish. All right, next is then we go into the butt juices, we go into the herring, we go into all of these other sets. So I would sort of check around with your fishermen at the dock, be there early with them and say, hey, what scent are they hitting on? And they'll gladly tell you what scent they're hitting on. You know, not unless they got their own special combination, okay? So just remember that this was made for the tuna. Open it up, put your tuna in the backside. You don't really need to stuff the front side. Just put it in the backside and put your scent if you're going to use any. I would start with none, just the tuna. We know people get hit on fish. Then second, I would add a little salt if you're further into the tidewater. Then after that, I would start adding fish or whatever else you want. Now, I have a big secret for you guys tonight about scents. Okay, Godscent's been making scent a very long time. And I happen to know a little something about lead. We used to commercial troll, and I proved that this works. We did the right side of the boat and the left side of the boat. I slathered the lead with this right here, which is a Godscent stick. Okay, you guys, this is a sand shrimp scent, and some rivers are different. You might need anise, you might need anise and garlic. if you need anise and garlic, you're best to put this on your lead, because first off, it's going to quiet that lead, and then your lead is directly in line with your bait. So basically, what you're doing is you're tracking a scent through the water to get them to this flash to follow behind with more scent inside of your spin fish. Okay, I do this all the time. I was in a tournament and this girl goes, your stuff doesn't work. At the end of the day, I just had to simply remind her, I'm the only one that caught 2 fish that day. So there you go, guys. And that's happened multiple times. But, we just haven't said a lot about it. Okay, so now, colors. So, matching is a good thing, right? Okay. But when you have 2 or 3 people in a boat, some different colors with flash is always going to help. Okay. So I'm going to do this one for Mr. Robertson's friend. And then he's going to have 2 different sets of flash in the water, you guys. So with the same scents and all the rest of that. So now I want to talk about lead and trolling. Okay, guys, with the spin fish, with the 4-ounce weight on, I like on my line counter, after you cleared it, you've pulled all the way up to this and zeroed out. Okay, you're going to pull all the way up to your lead and then zero out your counter. Then start letting out your counter. With a 4-ounce weight, I like 27 to 28. With a 5-ounce lead, I like 26 to 25. With a number 6 lead, I like the 25 and 24. Sometimes I'll let it down to the 26. It just depends. But what I recommend is that one side of the boat, run the 4 at the 27, 28, and I recommend the 5 on the other line and it run at the 26, 25. That covers both of your columns, and those 360s are working like this. So you've got one below and one above. So you have dual the flash, and it's throwing that flash out of the water and making them think that it's a school. Okay. So guys, that's my Friday night bait lab. And I wanted to try to keep it real short so that the guys could go back and reference this. So if you guys are in learning how to tie up 360 spin fish, please like and subscribe on Godsend Adventures. And everybody, I'm sorry I just didn't have a whole lot of time to answer questions tonight because I got to tie up some flashers for some people. And I still have 3 more baits to go, plus 2 more bumpers to make. So guys, listen, everybody have a great night. Thank you for coming in, Mr. Flanders. Thank you for coming in, Mr. Dakota. So guys, I'm real excited about our Monday Night Live. I got lots of fishing report for you guys, I'll tell you. And then be watching. I was fishing from the beach today, and a buddy caught quite a nice Chinook. So with the colors that I was telling you guys about this morning with the ball buster, I just needed I needed to see the lure again, and then boom, sure enough, he got kid on that one again too. So, all right, everybody, good night. Thank you for joining the Friday Night Bait Lab, and may everybody have some happy hooking over the weekend. This is Godsend Fishing, over and out.